There is one game left in the 70th installment of the Blue and Gold Tournament tonight here at JQH Arena in the Gold Division Championship. The seeds held up, and it's the number 2 ranked Bolivar Liberators taking on the number 1 seed, the Nixa Eagles. Welcome back inside JQH Arena, everybody. Corey Riggs along with Mike McClure. And Mike, you know, everybody hopes on championship night to have an incredible game with drama. Last night, though, the 2 semifinals that make up this championship game were 2 of the most competitive we've seen in the tournament.
Number 1 almost went down. Mountain Grove took their first lead of the game with 1:44 to play in the 4th quarter. But thanks to Preston Flood going 5 for 5 from the free throw line in the last minute and 21 seconds, Nixa hangs on to beat Mountain Grove 66-62, and it was free throws that decided the other semifinal last night. It was Bolivar over Clever, 60-55. Bolivar had a 14-point lead in the 4th quarter. Clever gets to within 1, but Bolivar hangs on to advance to the title.
Let's go ahead and take you through the road to the championship tonight. Mike, starting with the Bolivar Liberators, you get a look at the bracket.
Well, they knocked off Branson in the first round, 60-48, beat a very good Aurora squad in the quarterfinals, 55-50, and then the 60-55 victory over Clever last night. And as far as the Nixa Eagles go, Nixa over Rogersville, it was a very tough draw as Nixa drew Rogersville right out of the hat. It was just a 13-point win for Nixa. Nixa then over Willow Springs, 66-29 in the quarters, and the 4-point win over Mountain Grove last night, 66-62. Both times in that first round and third round, it was Nixa just a 2-point lead at halftime, and Nixa had just a 6-point lead at halftime, so the Eagles have been challenged here in Springfield.
Should be a great one tonight. The chalk held up as far as the tournament seeding committee. They got it right this time. Number 1 and number 2, and we'll bring you the starters, the coaches, and all the action from JQH Arena after this. You're watching the 2015 Blue and Gold right here on MC22.
What do you roar for?
Reach out. Act. Respond. Roar.
Destroying habitats ultimately is going to have an impact on us. Water is vital for all living things. If we poison the water out in the environment, ultimately we're poisoning ourselves.
Go to animalplanet.com/roar. Type in your town to find a habitat conservation project in your neighborhood.
Reach out. Act. Respond. Roar.
Classic Rock Coffee. Our coffee rocks.
Welcome back to the campus of Missouri State University as we set for our second championship game of the night, the Gold Division Crown. Will it be the number 1 seeded Nixa Eagles or the number 2 seeded Liberators from Bolivar? Take a look at the starting lineups tonight for the Bolivar Liberators. 3 guards in the lineup. A junior, Conley Garrison, another junior, Case Jones, and Bryce Kruger. 1 of 2 seniors in the starting lineup. Johnny Scott wears number 3 and will start as a forward. And then the big man, Brandon Emmert, the 6'6" junior, will play center and wear number 33. The Liberators are coached by 8th-year head coach Robbie Hoig. A blue and gold record, 13-8, 122 wins in his time as the head coach of the Bolivar Liberators. Bolivar 7-0 so far on this 2015-2016 season. Now for the top-seeded Eagles of Nixa. They will use 3 guards in their backcourt as well, starting with number 10, Evan Bergman. Number 12, Seth Vebrock, and number 15, Preston Flood, a 6'2" senior. The forward will wear number 4, the 6'6" senior is Garrett Bacon. And then the big man down low, number 20, Chase Allen, a 6'7" senior. Allen averages over 12.5 points per game for the Nixa Eagles. And their head coach, Jay Osborne, 24 years at Nixa, his 27th year overall as a head coach, over 526 wins in his coaching career. He is 62-19 all time in the blue and gold tournament and looking for their 6th straight blue and gold title. The officials for your ball game tonight, Mr. Tim McKnight in his 13th, Derek Cofield, DC, in his 8th, and Tyler Porter in his 5th. And just like the game before this, Mike, we say goodbye to Tim McKnight in the blue and gold. This is his 13th and final.
Got a young son, wants to spend time with him, watch him play sports growing up, and won't find a nicer guy, and a guy that loves officiating, takes a lot of pride in his work on the basketball court.
The Bolivar Liberators will wear the almost canary yellow with the blue numbers. The Eagles, the home team on the scoreboard, in the home whites with the red numbers. Nixa across the front of the uniform. Garrett Bacon will jump it up with Brandon Emmert. DC puts it in the air, and we are underway in the Gold Division final. 8 minutes on the clock. We hope you enjoy this one. Conley Garrison to start things off for the Liberators. Bolivar with wins over Branson, Aurora, and Clever to get here to our final championship game. Mike, this team, it's the starting 5 and 1, maybe 2 off the bench. They are going to be tired in this one, but playing for a championship can change that when you've got 16, 17-year-old legs.
Neither team with really big offenses. Nixa only averages 65 a game. Bolivar averages 66 a game.
3 out of the corner, no good for Case Jones, who was on fire last night. Emmert with the rebound, and there's a turnover. Grabbed that time by number 10, that's Evan Bergman. Bergman, the 5'10" senior, with the steal. And the Nixa Eagles on their first offensive possession. Good inside-out game from Chase Allen, back out to Bergman, and another quick rebound for Brandon Emmert. Johnny Scott, the senior, gives way to Conley Garrison, and nice job passing the ball around, looking for the open man, and that one pinballs out that time. A shot for Bryce Kruger, an all-conference player a year ago for Bolivar.
The matchup we will watch tonight, Allen versus Emmert down in the low post.
Nice pass that time for Chase Allen, and so much of the offense, Mike, runs through Chase. Even though he can score quite a bit, a lot of times the inside-out game, and he can become a facilitator even from the low block. Emmert at the free throw line. The Liberators working around the perimeter. Johnny Scott goes baseline and has our first score of the night. Johnny Scott had 15 points in the game in the win against Aurora.
He had 21 in the game against Branson. Watch out for Scott tonight.
Bolivar Liberators, the number 2 ranked team in Class 4 of the Missouri Basketball Coaches Association, as Preston Flood knifes his way to the rim and gets Nixa's first 2 of the night. And just like you were saying, partner, neither team scores a ton, and scoring kind of at a premium here as we've reached the 5.5-minute mark in the first quarter.
Especially those high-scoring teams that Nixa had when you think of an Austin Reuter and a Jalen Norman and some of the great outside shooters they had that set all those three-point records. For Jay Osborne this year, it's kind of about defense. The Eagles giving up just 43 points a game in their 7 victories.
Bryce Kruger with it between the circles as the clock ticks down, close to 5 minutes here in a 2-all ball game. Scott picks up his dribble, feeds Brandon Emmert, who goes through the lane, counted and one for the big man from Bolivar.
He shoots a team best 59% from the field. Last year averaging 18 points and 8 rebounds. This year 16 points and 8 boards. And when he touches it that close to the basket, more times than not, it's going in.
The personal foul to Garrett Bacon. Emmert converts the three-point play. Bolivar leads 5-2 as their head coach, Rami Hoig, looks on. His assistant coach at his left, Colt Blair, former Bolivar Liberator, in his own right. Flood, pull-up jumper, good. Flood has all 4 of the Eagles' points.
Flood back-to-back games of 14 points apiece against Willow Springs and Mountain Grove.
Conley Garrison eyeballs a triple and nails it. 3 for Conley Garrison, the 6-foot junior. He shoots about 27% from outside. Robbie Hoig says he trusts his guards explicitly, that they have got the green light when they are on the floor to shoot from outside. Nixa tries to answer. Bacon fights for the rebound, and there's a foul underneath.
Bacon just ripped it out of the hands of Johnny Scott, and Scott gets called for the foul, and Jay Osborne sending in his first substitutions. Parker Dent, a 6-foot senior, in, along with Christian Bundy, the 6'5 junior.
Christian Bundy, a familiar name for Nixa basketball fans, for Drury basketball fans. His big brother having another great season over for the Drury Panthers and Steve Hester. They immediately go to Bundy down low. Nothing doing there. Brandon Emmert already has 4 rebounds as he is doing some work down low. Johnny Scott traveling. It's 8-4 Bolivar with 4:03 to play here in the first.
Robbie Hoig looks like he's 18 years old. I'm telling you.
He's been the head coach at Bolivar for 8 years. 122-73 is his record there. He's already got his Liberators out to a perfect 7-0 season. So do the Nixa Eagles and Jay Osborne. They're at 7-0 as well. Bergman on the near side. They work it around the perimeter through Bundy and over to Preston Flood as he dribbles with it in front of the Bolivar bench. Flood tries to cross his man over, has it taken away, and Garrison comes up with it. Johnny Scott, Bundy gets back, and he catches him up in the air and draws the foul. A good head fake by Johnny Scott. The foul will go to Bundy. Scott will go to the line for 2.
A good foul by Christian Bundy to not give up the layup and to foul hard enough to where Johnny Scott is not going to get a clear look at the basket.
Johnny Scott has an interesting line here at the free throw line, Mike. It's his first shot too strong. He has a better field goal percentage than he does free throw percentage. Scott from the floor shoots 54%. He shoots lower than 44% from the charity stripe as you get a good look at the 6'2" junior. Scott's second. Pinball's out, no good. He misses them both. It remains 8-4 Bolivar. Seth Vebrock. They work the ball down low to Allen. The double team comes to chase Allen. Somebody's got to be open. They whip it back around, down to the left block. Bundy misses the first, gets his own rebound, and makes the second. Christian Bundy's first bucket of the night. Scott leaves it for Emmert. The big man pulls up with the jumper, good. He's got 5 points now for the Liberators.
I remember watching Emmert in the championship game last year, and I was really impressed. Couldn't believe he was a sophomore last year.
Conley Garrison, the same thing, and obviously that family name is pretty big in Bolivar. Everybody knows the Garrisons, and Bundy now pulls one from just inside the 3-point line, doesn't hit anything. Rebound controlled by Bolivar. Garrison goes behind the back. They'll go down low to Emmert. He's covered by Allen. 2 minutes, 27 seconds to go until the end of the first. Garrison gives it up to Case Jones, and they get it back around to their vocal leader, Johnny Scott. Coach Hoig really likes his toughness. Now, he'll drive. Goes to the left side, kicks it back outside to Garrison for another 3, and that one rims out no good. Allen with the pull. Parker Dent. They get it down low, and Bundy able to finish easily as the defense had started to rotate away. Bundy now with 4.
Bundy getting inside position on Johnny Scott that time, and that was too easy for Nixa.
Size mismatch with Scott at 6'2" and Bundy at 6'5". Scott pulls up from 3 and can't believe he gets called for traveling. Both teams now making substitutions. Dalton Carr checks into the ball game along with John Michael Cates, and that is about as deep, Mike, as Robbie Hoig goes. He plays about 7 exclusively, and he tries to get Brandon Emmert a quick chance to catch his breath, and we may see for the first time Keaton Larimore, who's already gone to the scorer's table, to check in. It's a 1-possession game now for Bolivar. Nixa has the ball, though. The chance to tie it up at 10. Bundy tries to drive on Dalton Carr and is fouled.
So they took it right at Dalton Carr at 6'7". Carr not a big scorer, just 11 total points in 7 games. Just kind of in to give Emmert a breather. Nice job by Bundy to be aggressive, take the ball to the basket.
Bundy, the younger brother, but the bigger brother in size and stature at 6'5". He makes the free throw. He's got 5 points now. to lead Nixa in scoring, and that is Keaton Larimore, the 6'4" senior. He's been sick lately and missed a few days of practice. Some of the first minutes that he'll see in the blue and gold tournament coming in this championship game. And Bundy goes 2 for 2 at the line, and Parker Dent checks back in for head coach Jay Osborne.
Second tie of the night. We were tied at 2, tied at 10. Jay's team's normally not very good from the free throw line. This season just 62%, but Bundy making 2 for 2 that trip.
Bundy is 76% free throw shooter, so better than the team average, as Conley Garrison drives from the right side, and Seth Vebrock will be tabbed with the foul.
Number 12, Seth Vebrock, his first.
That's Vebrock's first personal, the third team foul on Nixa, and that was a short rest for Johnny Scott and Brandon Emmert. They check right back in.
Again, third game in 3 days for all these teams. They played Saturday, had Sunday off, quarterfinals, semifinals, and championship 3 nights in a row.
Coach Hoig says to Mike that game with Aurora, that they may be the most physical team in this tournament, and that really took its toll on their team and their 5 starters. It was a physical brand of basketball, and they edged out that 55-50 victory over the Hound Dogs.
Well, that's an Aurora basketball team that had several members also on that Aurora football team that reached the state semifinals before losing to Odessa at Kelly Field.
35, Christian Bundy.
Bundy back in, so Jay bringing out kind of a bigger lineup, even though Chase Allen isn't in. Austin Brocker into the ball game, and then Bundy at 6'5", Bacon at 6'6". So putting some height out on the floor with this game under a minute to play in the first, knotted up at 10 apiece. They go up top for Emmert. He can't get the handle on it on the way up, but gets it on the way back. Brandon Emmert now collects rebound number 5. He's got 7 points. The Bolivar Liberators have a 2-point advantage again.
7 of Bolivar's 12 points. Garrison with 3, Scott with the other 2.
Vebrock on a give and go with Bundy. Goes back to the left side. Flood now down low to Bundy. He splits a double team, and Emmert takes it back away. Brandon Emmert's already got a half a dozen rebounds here in the first quarter. 10 seconds to go for Bolivar with the lead in the ball, 12-10. They'll hold for one here. Johnny Scott gives it to Kruger. Head fake again, and he gets clubbed. He'll go to the line to shoot 3 with .6.
And a second foul on Garrett Bacon. Great head fakes, not once but twice.
Foul on Garrett Bacon.
Jay Osborne not very happy with his team's play here in the first 8 minutes.
Bryce Kruger at the line, 3 shots.
Kruger, a 65% free throw shooter, will have a lot of practice here. He gets 3. The first one goes for the 6-foot senior. Had a big night, 12 points in that win over Aurora, 7 points in the semifinal win over Clever. Free throw number 2 rims out.
So this is a Bolivar team that took 4th in the state last year and returning all 5 starters this year. And this experience really showing here on championship night in the first quarter.
Kruger, a chance to go 2 for 3 at the line, and he does. His first 2 points of the night. They'll heave one at the basket at the other end, but that's how the first quarter of play will end here in the Gold Division Championship. The number 1 seeded Nixa Eagles down 4 to the Bolivar Liberators. Bolivar with the advantage as we move on to quarter number 2. We'll be back with more blue and gold basketball at JQH Arena in just a minute.
Initiating power up in 3, 2, 1. As a Mediacom Internet customer, you can access even faster speeds. The faster you go, the easier it is to stream video. Downloads are quicker. And when everyone is online, you don't even notice. Internet customers, take your speed to the next level. Power up from 3 meg to 15 meg, or 15 meg to 50 meg with Speed Boost for only $4.95 more a month. Call 888-SIMPLIFY.
Second quarter of play about to begin here with Nixa trailing Bolivar 14-10 in the Gold Division Championship. And call the second quarter action. Here's my partner, Mike McClure.
Number 2 leading number 1 after 8 minutes. And Nixa with the basketball to start the second. See if we can get a little more action from Chase Allen, who did not score a point in the first 8 minutes. Christian Bundy off to Seth Vebrock. Here's Allen, right wing, quickly giving it back on top to Vebrock. Good defense by Bolivar.
They're really packing in the zone here, and no one for Nixa has been willing to pull the trigger from the outside. Preston Flood, definitely a danger to shoot from the outside, but right now, Coach Osborne's still really working that larger lineup now with Allen, Bundy, and Austin Brocker.
That will be a near steal and a travel committed by Johnny Scott. So Nixa gets it back on the turnover. Checking in for the Eagles, Evan Bergman, 5'10 junior, very good three-point shooter. Has made 16 threes this year. Earlier tonight in the Blue Division Championship, it was Kickapoo defeating the Ozark Tigers 73-44. And we are joined by head coach Dick Rippey, who still has a smile on his face. Coach Rippey, congratulations. Your team played awesome tonight.
I'm very proud of them tonight. I was just really happy that guys were focused, and I thought our defense was outstanding against a very, very talented offensive team in Ozark, and so we're just thrilled with how we played. We may have caught them on a night where they were a little flat, but it was a special night for us. Anytime you get to play in front of this type of crowd and this environment, it's a pretty special opportunity. Our guys took advantage of it.
Chase Allen got a first foul for the Eagles. Nixa with the basketball. Here is Kruger. The three for Garrison. And Chase Allen with the rebound. So Bolivar, 4-point lead. The Eagles get Christian Bundy open to the top of the key. Here's Chase Allen, missing. Rebound to Emmert. Dick, what was the difference between tonight and 12 nights ago when you had to beat Ozark on a last-second shot?
Oh, I just think our mental preparation was better. I think our focus was better. I thought that I thought we played harder. Those sound pretty easy things, but you got a talented group like we've got, just very, very talented. We're blessed, there's no question. But if you don't go out and work hard, you're not going to get you are going to get what you deserve. And some nights it's not very good. So, but I thought tonight we were really, really sharp and focused.
Rip, you got a heck of a game out of Cameron Davis tonight. A young man that when I watched him the first couple of nights is a good player. He was great tonight. Has a mid-range jump shot that I didn't think high school kids still knew how to use.
Well, fans of Southwest Missouri, I was blessed as assistant coach at Evangel to coach a kid named Shane Nicholson. And he's about the only kid that I can think that has a middle game like Shane had, where that pull-up jumper is just goes in about every single time. And he's a kid that spends a lot of time in the gym and works really hard at his game, and nobody deserves it any more than Cameron.
Chase Allen with another miss. Nixa again, a 1 and out. Bolivar then has it taken away. Seth Vebrock, who got the start tonight, guarded by Kruger. And that'll be a touch foul called on the Liberators.
You talk about sometimes, Coach, motivating a talented team like yours. Obviously on a night like tonight, under the lights with a big crowd, probably not as hard as a lot of other nights, and then you turn around after winning a championship here, and I guess it's just next Tuesday you'll find out who you're playing in the Tournament of Champions in January.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that, but before we get to that, we've got a couple conference games next week that we got to get ready for, and that's one of our goals always, is to stay in that conference race as long as we can and have a chance towards the end of the season to be in a spot where we can win the conference. And we open up at Hillcrest, and then we
go ahead.
And then we have West Plains at home next week so we got to take care of that stuff before we can get ready. But yeah, we will find out who we'll play, and we'll start working on getting some film and so forth, and developing a scouting report for whoever we're going to draw. Whoever it is, it's not going to be easy, so it doesn't really matter. So but our guys are looking forward to that opportunity.
Christian Bundy scored. Bryce Kruger scores. Now Kruger scores again, and it's a timeout for the Nixa Eagles. We'll take a break with 4:12 to go in the second quarter. A Gold Division Championship game here at JQH Arena. Number 2 Bolivar leading number 1 Nixa.
A full life measured in seats starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Flip or flop is our life. There's nothing like buying, fixing, and selling houses. What shall we break first?
I think our personalities balance really well together. He's super driven.
This house just has to have a nice kitchen, has to have a nice bathroom.
Whereas I'm more laid back. I think once the flooring goes in, it'll all come together.
The journey, the ride, that's what really drives us.
All new episodes of Flip or Flop, Tuesday night at 9 on HGTV.
Mike McClure, Corey Riggs, along with Kickapoo head coach Dick Rippey. And it's the Chiefs getting the Blue Division title earlier tonight at JQH Arena. That's got to be an awful good feeling for a high school basketball player.
Yeah, from Southwest Missouri especially. This is a special tournament. And, it's important. It's really special for our guys because, we don't get to play in it every year. We're only here every other year. That's our rotation right now. And we certainly would love for that to change where we got a chance to play in it every year. But right now that's the way it is. And so our guys, they seized their opportunity and just really proud of them.
Your team did a great job defensively on Riley Sims tonight, holding him to 5 after he had the huge game in the semifinals.
I thought Isaac Johnson was fantastic defensively. I mean, he was our lockdown guy last year, and we challenged him. We challenged several of our guys. I thought Nakai Fauntleroy was great on Gracie. I thought Davis was great on Newble. I just thought our guys, and I thought our interior defense was a lot better as well. I know that they got off to a good start and got us, and I thought we made a little adjustment on their inside guys, gave them a little space, and when they catched and when they caught inside. So I thought that was a good adjustment. And I thought Vokalek and Klosser and Riley Herring got a big lift from Riley tonight. I thought Riley did a great job. Somebody who played very few minutes, in this tournament, in fact, and then came out tonight on the big stage and just, did his thing. Didn't try to do anything more than what he's capable, and that's what we try to preach to all of our guys.
Austin Brocker hit a basket, then got a big steal, but Bolivar answers on the bank by Johnny Scott.
Johnny Scott just kind of throwing up a wing and a prayer there, looking for contact. There was no whistle, but he gets it to go, and the lead stays at 6 for Bolivar.
Scott averaging 12 points per game on the season. The jumper by Brocker rattles out. John Michael Cates with the rebound for the Liberators. Scott guarded by Brocker. Conley Garrison held to 3 points in the first quarter on a 3-point bucket.
This is a very different looking Nixa lineup right now, Mike, for Jay Osborne, too, with Brocker and V-Brock, Bergman and Dent, and then Chase Allen just being basically the lone big post down low. You see him trying to match up there with Dalton Carr at 6'7".
V-Brock got a hand on that pass, but recovered by Case Jones. 2:20 to go in the half. Liberators with a 6-point lead, 20-14. Inside, Carr is 6'7", height advantage, puts it up and in.
Dalton Carr doesn't average but a couple of points a game, and he gets it there. So points off the bench for Robbie Hoig, 22-14 Bolivar. And there's a hard fall for V-Brock, but he gets up and is all right.
So he'll go to the free throw line. Second game for Kickapoo was against Hillcrest, win 77-49. The first time you had to go up against your former assistant, Joel Brown. First of many meetings. I know you'll have another one coming up January 5th.
Got to turn around and do it another week.
Yeah, it's just very proud of Joel. People are good to know him here in Southwest Missouri. He's from Springfield, Illinois. I was assistant coach at Evangel. Joel came and played and was a standout player for us at Evangel, and was just a